on the business community there.
Voices of dissent, now muted by a Made in China law. Blank posters where once there were fiery slogans. Businesses here struggled through a year of protests and increasing restrictions from both China and the US. But China's recently imposed national security law may be the final straw.
Who do I look like?
Scott Salandy Defoe came to Hong Kong to build a startup and live the cosmopolitan life. But protests and the coronavirus drew him home, with plans to return when he could. When the new regulation passed, it was game over.
A lot of investors that we were speaking to and some of our other friends that are doing startups based in Hong Kong, from international investors, specifically those from the US, they were very wary about investing. Now, I think with this new law and the changing of the special status, it's basically a no-go from international investors.
The law criminalizes any acts of secession, subversion, terrorism, and collusion with outside forces. For the first time, China can now bypass Hong Kong courts on the implementation of this law. And foreigners are not exempt.
The most immediate change this new law has brought to Hong Kong's business community is fear. Over the years, I've talked to many about protests, the trade war, but this is the first time few have wanted to comment on camera. Companies are now starting to look elsewhere, places like Singapore, for instance, as they weigh up what the ambiguities of this law may mean for them.
But for some with a stake in China's economy, the new rules are a way to clamp down on social unrest and protect what Hong Kong always was, a place to make money.
If anything, yes, the nature of Hong Kong's business might change, but I still think the lure of everybody wanting to go to do business here, and the lure of the what I call now is the greatest consumer market in the world.
For decades, Hong Kong has been the gateway between East and West, the international face of China, leading it into a globalized world. But that balance has changed. Hong Kong remains a financial hub, but increasingly under China's shadow. Karishma Vaswani, BBC News, Singapore.